Okay, so I'm not going to be photographing any weddings for the next few months, and we're here in lockdown, so I've got to try and keep myself creative. And so what else am I going to do? But I'm going to turn my bedroom into a camera and see if I can produce a print of the beautiful landscape that you will get from my garden. And as you can see, here is the beautiful landscape from my garden right here. So let's see if we can make a pinhole camera in my bedroom. So this is the room I'm going to try and convert into a camera. There's the window. So the first thing I need to do is to block this out as best I can and make a couple of apertures for the lenses. So let's have a go. Okay, so managed to block out the light from the window just using some old cardboard boxes and some gaffer tape. So if we shut the door here, we can see it's pretty dark, a few little light spots coming through, but that's not too bad. I've got an aperture which I've made here. The lens is just some old lenses from some glasses, and we can see we can project the image from outside onto this white screen I've got here. You can see really clearly the landscape and the image from my room. So now we've got the image projected. Let's see if we can make an actual print from this. Okay, so the next stage has got to be performed in the dark, so it's going to be very difficult to see. So I'm going to explain the next stage of the process. So I've made a very basic shutter here, just a piece of cardboard which is over the lens, and I can just prevent the light from entering, make my exposure. And over here I have a screen which the image is projected onto. Again, if I lift up the shutter, we can see the image is projected onto the screen there. So what's going to happen, in the dark, with the shutter closed, I'm going to attach a piece of photographic paper onto this onto the white sheet here. And then in the dark, I'll make an exposure of roughly half a second or so, just like so. Once that exposure's been made, I'll take the photographic paper into the dark room and process it with the chemicals. So let's see how that works. Okay, so I've got my screen set up. I've got photographic paper just in the right position. Made a shutter just out of a piece of cardboard. So I'm just trying to give this an exposure. Got no idea what it's going to be, probably about a second or so. So here goes. Okay, let's see if that works. So next thing I'm going to need to make a print is some chemicals and some photographic paper. So I've still got an old box of Ilford 7x5 resin, and everybody at home must surely have some paper developer and some fix. So I'm going to mix up these chemicals and see if I can make up a little mini darkroom. Okay, so I've got my chemicals here, made up some developer. Normally use stop bath, but we never even used to use stop when I was working in the darkroom. So just a bit of water just to rinse it off, and then we've got some fix over here. So let's see if this works. Okay, so now finally got a couple of negatives. The first one I did was really dark, so it's a bit overexposed. So I've made a smaller aperture to let less light in, and then this is the next negative which we've got, which isn't too bad at all actually. So we'll see if we can make a positive from this. Okay, so now we've got the paper negative. Getting a good old rinse, dried it off. So what I'm going to do now is try and make a positive. So what I'm going to do is place a piece of photographic paper on top of it, give it an exposure, see if we can make a print. Okay, so after a bit of experimenting, finally managed to get a reasonable exposure there. So you can definitely see the observatory to the left, plenty of houses and the view from my bedroom. Probably not gonna, not quite up there with Ansel Adams, I will admit, but managed to make a print out of a pinhole camera in my bedroom. Well, there we go. Thanks very much. Okay, finally got the prints washed and dried, and come out not too bad. So first of all, we've got the negative here. So as you can see, this is where we made our print from. so not too bad quality, all things considered. And then from the negative, we've got this amazing landscape print of the view from my garden. Clearly see the observatory there. And this is the view that we have successfully recorded. So there we go. Thanks very much.